So in my previous video, I discussed how you can get wild starter plants so that you can start to grow wild things in your own backyard so you can use it to forage. But there are a number of codicils that I need to mention, so let's begin. First off, remember that you can only collect plants like this from public property or private property if you have express permission from the property owner. So technically, if there is a tree that is planted on a street that has fruit, then that's fair game because that is a public thoroughfare. Technically, even if a tree is growing in someone's yard, if it overhangs into a public thoroughfare, that is also fair game. But I would proceed with caution because as a child, I remember Sheila Farrell being shot to death in Wilmington, Delaware in 1975 because she grabbed peaches from a tree that was overhanging and everybody else grabbed them too. But she had the misfortune of being shot by the homeowner whose response was, well, what are people supposed to do when people are taking peaches from your tree? That being said, it may be worth it to have a good look around what's in your neighborhood, what's growing on your neighbor's property. Chances are something they consider a weed may be incredibly valuable to you. So talk to your neighbors and ask if you can remove a sample. Don't discount the city. Some of the best examples of things like purslane and mugwort I've actually found near a basketball court. There was a space where a tree had been growing, the tree had been since removed, and mugwort grows there with wild abandon. And because it's in the middle of the city, maybe you'll have to worry about dog urine, but that washes off. You definitely don't have to worry about any kind of herbicides or pesticides being used on it. Wherever you remove a plant from, you should make sure that when you leave, there is no trace that you've been there. So don't go to dig up one plant and leave a hot mess. That's just not good practice. Also, don't take the first plant that you see. You always want to make sure you see at least one or two more to make sure that you're not taking the only example that lives in that ecosystem. And know the foraging laws in your state or municipality. Although you can usually collect fruits, nuts, and mushrooms without a problem, oftentimes there are limits as far as removing full plants or digging up things from the roots. In my case, some of the things like mugwort and sweet Annie weren't actually in the park, but they were growing in the parking lot, and that's free reign. And be aware that there are going to be people that will make it their business to tell you that you can't do that. It doesn't matter that they have no idea what you're collecting or that they would never even use any of the things that you're collecting. They simply just don't want you to have it. Sometimes if you just explain what you're going to use it for, that's enough to diffuse the situation. But if it doesn't, just walk away. Whatever you're hoping to take home, whether that's a foraged find or a new starter plant, it is not worth your life. Don't be this generation's Sheila. Simply walk away and know that if it's meant for you to find it, you will find it somewhere else, and chances are it will be a better specimen. Okay?